Today, I'm going to give you a step-by-step guide of how to create vampire blood. This will be a nice addition to your potion collection or a great Halloween prop. Let's get started. Okay, so we will need one glass bottle. And a lot of you have asked me where I get my glass bottles from. Almost all of them are from craft stores, so whether it's Michael's or Hobby Lobby, sometimes the dollar store. This one actually came from Pat Catan's, which is another craft chain, and it's got a really interesting design to it. Some of the cooler bottles that I've found have been from Pat Catan's, and this was only like $1. We will need 1 cup for mixing, 1 label printed on sticker paper, and if you don't have sticker paper, you could use regular paper and glue or Mod Podge, some red food coloring. I'm using the gel kind, and some styling gel. And then we will need a cooking skewer to mix everything together. Okay, so because our bottle has a narrow neck on it, we're going to go ahead and mix everything in the cup, and then we can actually make a pouring spout with the cup to get it into the bottle. So we're going to take our styling gel, and I'm going to put it into the cup. I'm going to do a decent amount. I don't want to fill the bottle all the way to the top. I want it to look like it's been used, and I also want people to be able to pick it up and kind of see it slosh around a little bit. If you need to thin this out a little bit, you could add a little bit of hand sanitizer or a little bit of clear dish soap, and it will thin it out a little bit. I find, though, that the styling gel accepts the color really, really well. Both the hand sanitizer and the dish soap sometimes take a little bit longer to accept the color, and I think that's because of the cleaning agents that are in it. And then we're going to take our red food coloring, and don't be shy. You really can't put too much in here because you're making blood. All right, and then we're just going to take our cooking skewer, and we are going to mix this all together. So I'm going to put this on time lapse while I continue to mix. Okay, so as you saw in the time lapse, I added a little bit more red food coloring, and I'm thinking I'm getting there, but right now it's really, really thick, so I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit of clear dish soap to this, just to help thin it out a little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to add a little bit of my clear dish soap, not a lot, just a couple tablespoons worth. And we're going to mix this up. Okay. So as you can see, the dish soap is just kind of helping to thin this out a little bit. So I'm going to put this on time lapse while I do a little bit more mixing, and I'm going to add a little bit more red. Okay, so as you probably saw in the time lapse, I did add a little bit more styling gel, just because when I added the dish soap, it did thin it out a little bit more than I wanted to, so I wanted to kind of get the consistency to be just a little bit thicker, but it is still definitely liquidy and has a great consistency to it. Now, if you wanted this to have a little bit of a deeper color, you could for sure add 1 or 2 drops of some black food coloring if you wanted to, literally 1 or 2 drops, because if you add too much, it'll go way too dark really fast. But I actually think this is a pretty good red color. Obviously, it's a prop, so you don't necessarily want it to be 100% realistic. I realize real blood would probably be a tinge darker, but it is a prop. So, okay, so now that we have our mixture the way you want it, then you're going to take your skewer out. We're going to take our bottle, and we're going to uncork it. And then you're just going to take your cup and kind of pinch it so that it gets a little bit of a pour spout on it. And then we're literally just going to pour this into our bottle. And you can pour it as full or as empty as you'd like. It's completely up to you. Like I said, I don't want to fill mine all the way up, but I definitely want it up a little bit more. And if you add the dish soap, you will notice you will get some of the bubbles. They will go away. And I think I want to bring it like up into here. So I'm probably going to pour the rest of our solution in there. Okay, yep, I think that's a pretty good level. So I'm going to let this sit for a couple minutes and let the bubbles go away, and I'll show you how we finish this up. Okay, so now that we waited a little bit and all of the bubbles are gone, I mean there's a few on there, but for the most part they've all dissipated, we're gonna go ahead and cork this up. And then I'm going to take my label that we printed on sticker paper, and we're gonna go ahead and peel the backing off of it. Okay, and then we're going to line it up on our bottle as best we can. And that looks pretty good. Rub it down. And we're going to do one more finishing touch for this bottle. Okay, so to top this one off, we're actually going to do a little bit of a black wax pour. Okay, all I did was take a black crayon and stick it in the microwave to melt it a little bit. And we're going to get a little bit of a black wax pour. And if you don't have a black crayon, a black candle would work, anything like that. But I just kind of wanted to add something different to this one. And if there's any part of the wax that you don't really care for, you can always take a lighter to it and kind of get the drips to change a little bit. And if there's anything that's on your label that you don't like, so say I want part of this to come off, you literally can just chip it off, so then that way you can still read where it says Vampire Blood. And once you've melted any of your wax down and you've picked off any wax that you don't like over your label or anything like that, your Vampire Blood bottle is all done. So if you like this video, please give me the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and we will catch you guys later. Thanks so much.